Oh, here we go. I feel like a dick just recording this. You got this, man. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the WonTuanShow. My name is Tuan. His name is Show.
Yep.
Welcome back to the WonTuanShow. Like, lately I've been waking up feeling a little bit, like, unmotivated. You know what I mean? I'm feeling, like, a little bit, like, oh, man, I don't really feel like getting up, going to work and everything like that. Yeah. And, you know, it's crazy because I come upon this, like, little short clip on YouTube as we always head down watching, like, a YouTube short video, and we fall into this little...
You click on one video and they show you multiple videos. Like.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, you're sitting there for like 2 hours past. Anyways, I passed this clip where there were these men and women who were doing extremely treacherous and dangerous job just to make a very minute, very little living. Yeah. And that kind of sprung me out of bed. I'm like, man, I don't have any excuse. So anyways, that is what we are going to talk about today. We are going to talk about sulfur miners.
They're mining sulfur, which locals call devil's gold. Working conditions here are so dangerous, many miners don't live past 50 years old.
So, sulfur miners only take place in Indonesia. It has to be near volcanoes. That's where sulfur are typically, naturally are formed. So, typically a day in the life of these workers, right? They would wake up at 1 or 2 in the morning. 1 or 2 in the morning, imagine that. And we over here complaining about waking up at like 7:30 in the morning. They wake up at 1 or 2 in the morning. They have breakfast. Yeah, it's just rice and like a bit of vegetables.
Basically.
And sometimes whole food. You don't see them eating more than that, right? And then they would get on their moped, and then they would ride out to the location of this volcano. You are actually not allowed to drive all the way to the volcano. You can't. A little rest area, you can call it. You have to park your moped there, and then you walk the rest of the way, which is typically about a 2-mile hike, which is not bad, right? I mean, a 2-mile hike in the early morning sounds pretty peaceful, you know. And once you get to this volcano site, they will give you this little cart, like a large, like think of what is it? A wheelbarrow. Put all their equipment inside this wheelbarrow, and then they would push the wheelbarrow down. They are descending down into this the volcano crater, and they typically descend about 1,000 feet down. And they typically only do this during the nighttime, mainly because, well, in the morning it would be too hot, it's too windy, yeah, right? The sun is blazing in the morning and they can't do it, and the wind just kind of blow all this. Have you ever seen a volcano? You see like all kind of white smokes, right? Well, those white smokes are actually really bad for you, and the wind tends to push it like against the worker, and they can't see and they fall. Their only machinery and equipment other than that little wheelbarrow is 2 baskets to hold the sulfur in, and a little crowbar to break the sulfur. So why sulfur, right? Why are they looking for these material like sulfur? Well, sulfur is actually used in a lot of things. They use for makeup. They use to make bombs. They use to make gunpowders. They are used in your sugar. People use to refine the sugar and make it white. That's what.
But I didn't know.
Imagine that your cosmetic can actually blow up.
You know, sugar too.
So once they got down there, they would go to these pipes. They would have these black pipes that are running out the mountain. It's like, you know, somehow built into the volcano to collect these smokes, right? These sulfuric gases. So these sulfuric gas would then go through these pipes, come out, and once it at the end of the pipes, it interact with the cool air, and it condense into a liquid form. It's like a red liquid. Right, and then once this red liquid dripped down to the ground, over time it solidified and turned to these yellow sulfuric rocks, and that's what these people are collecting. Yeah. Well, that red liquid is as hot as lava, so you do not touch that red liquid. You wait until it solidify into a yellow rock, then you mine it with a crowbar. That's what they do with the crowbar. They don't have a pickaxe, so they just use a crowbar. So once they have collected enough sulfur rocks, right? So what they do is they go ahead and wash it off, right? And I'll tell you a little bit about this body of water that they use to wash these sulfur rocks. So they put these rocks inside this basket. both basket, and then the crowbar they brought with them, right?
Yeah.
They would put each basket on each end of the crowbar, and then they would carry on their shoulder like this, right? And I'll show you a picture. So this is what their tip look like right there.
Wow.
Like that.
They're huge.
Each time they carry these sulfuric rocks down, it's anywhere from 80 kilos to 100 kilos. And roughly translated, that's about 175 pounds to 225 pounds of rocks, of sulfuric rock they have to carry on their shoulder, okay, scaling back up the mountain where they came from. And once they get back there, they put all the rocks back into the wheelbarrow, and then they would drive it to the weight station where they weigh and they pay them by kilos.
Yeah.
A lot of these workers, because how much weight they put on their traps and their muscle, a lot of them has arthritis, obviously, right? Joints inflammation, obviously, and the shoulder and the elbow. Can you imagine carrying that all the time, right? And they have nerve damage because having that weight, it compresses down to your nerve, causes impingement, causes blockage, and eventually those nerves die, and you can't feel anything. A lot of them say like they don't feel the shoulder, they don't feel any sensation in the shoulder touching anything like that. Sometimes like their clavicle, which is your bone right here, damn, your clavicle pretty prominent, boy. Shop not for you need some more meat. Their clavicle actually fractured a long time ago, and it just got pushed in, and they don't even feel their clavicle anymore. These company hired these people to mine these rocks, but the thing is, these people are not part of the company. They're just independent contractor. With that being said, they don't have health care, they don't have none of that, they have to pay for all their own equipment, right? Because they're just independent contractors, so the company is not obligated to buy anything for them. There's no mask, there's no climbing gear. Some of these guys literally carry rocks up and down with flip-flops. They don't even have proper climbing boots and anything like that, right? And you know, being around like these volcanoes, the smoke is extremely toxic. There's two types of smoke from there, right? There's smoke that you would get from the volcano, that's coming out the volcano, and then there's also smokes. Remember I told you like there's a body of water they use to wash off the sulfuric rocks? Yeah. Because they want these sulfuric rocks to be as pure as possible. They don't want any sand on it, they don't want any other material on it, so they have to wash it off. So there is a body of water within this volcano system, right? But it's also extremely acidic, because they say the content of the water is basically the same as the content inside car battery. That's how acidic it is. Makes sense, right? Because all these gases just accumulate in there. The water would actually corrode their gum and teeth.
Ouch.
Yeah, they would corrode their gum and teeth. And if you actually ingest it all the way down, it will cause this ulcer. It will cause all kind of bleeding in your stomach. You know, it's battery acid, bro. Like that's what it is.
So this is a piece of calcium carbonate coral that I picked up on the beach. As you can see, it's fizzing like crazy, just like the hydrochloric acid in the lab.
But there's also smoke coming out of this body of water, because water evaporates, right? Yeah, it's steam and evaporate and turn to smoke form. And turns out the smoke from this water is a lot more deadlier than coming from the volcano. They have to deal with 100-degree Fahrenheit plus wind.
Yeah.
Alright, like somebody fucking get a blow dryer, a hair blower, and they keep on blowing your face over and over and over, bro. Like, imagine that. There's a lot of people who fall and they broke their ankle, they broke their leg, they broke their arm. There was a guy who, he was scaling up the mountain and he tripped and he fell backward. One of the basket he was carrying like this, and one of the basket in front of him kind of fell. And when he landed down on the ground, the basket fell and landed on his chest, and it completely shattered all his rib cages, and he actually ended up dying on the spot. Well, anyway, these toxic film causes chronic respiratory damages, basically corrode their lungs over time, and not a lot of them make it over past the age of 50. A lot of these guys too, they also smoke
tobacco
and drinks outside the job, because mind you, that's all they have. You know, that's all they have. That's just to relieve the pain, relieve the suffering that they're going through. You're asking about salary, man. They make $5 to $20 a day, and it's actually considered one of the best paying job in that area.
Oh my god!
How crazy is that, man? They make $5 to $20 a day. Some of them have to do 3 trips
Wow.
Like that. These motherfuckers are crazy, man. They strong as fuck. Guess how much they pay them for a kilo?
Couple cent.
9 cents.
Yep.
5 to 9 cents a kilo. So for those of you out there talking about like, oh my god, I'm making minimum wage. There's people out there that's making $5 to $20 and doing much more dangerous job, and they might not even come home. Now a lot of these sulfur nowadays, actually 98% of sulfur come from like where they process gas, where they process oil. These big oil company and gas company, they actually have sulfur on deck because that's the byproduct of processing gas and oil is sulfur. So they have that. 98% of the word sulfur come from those. But the reason why these volcano miners still active is because it's cheaper to get sulfur from these miners instead of like, you know, the company, because the company charges a lot. How crazy is that, man? 5 to 9 cents a kilo. That's crazy. So with that being said, though, this video is a little different. We're gonna have a little bit of an activity. Like I said earlier, right?
Yeah.
These workers, they carry hundreds of pounds on their shoulder using 2 baskets and a crowbar, or like any type of bar to put the basket on both sides and carry it up the mountain. So I got an activity for us to do. Obviously we don't have basket of sulfur,
Yeah.
but I do have a barbell and some weights.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna have a physical activity. It's gonna be real nice and fun. We're gonna be carrying the barbell on top of our shoulder, like how they are. I'm gonna show pictures.
Oh, you want me to broke my clavicle today, huh?
Well, no. Look, we're just gonna carry. We're gonna carry, and we're gonna walk back and forth, just see how it feels. Now, mind you, I have upward to 150 pounds, and that's nothing compared to what they are carrying. Obviously, I'm not gonna make you carry 150 pounds.
Yeah.
Probably gonna make you carry 100 pounds. What do you think? You down?
I'm down.
All right, let's get it to it. So yeah, as you can see, we have the whole course set up and everything like that. I'm a little bright. I have my boys back there just being goofball. Just being goofball back there, just playing a game. I have about 95 pounds worth of weight. Okay, I don't have any more than that, but the bar itself made up for it because it's about 10 pounds. So we have roughly about 105, 110 pounds worth of weight that we're gonna try to carry over our shoulder like those workers. We have a little obstacle course set up. You know, we have to walk around it, have to weight on our shoulder and walk around it as if like, you know, we're on a volcano or like a mountain terrain where we have to traverse through this rough environment. That's the gist. So yeah. So my boy Bow's gonna go first. Right? You ready?
50 pounds.
We're gonna start with 50 pounds. At my nephew in the back. I know he looked like a grown man or a grown bear. We're gonna do one round of 50 pounds and then
All the way.
80 pounds and then all the way.
Ready? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, step on it.
What about this?
Go around it. Just go around it. Like you're doing figure 8. There you go. See, it's not too hard. See, he's a puss. He's putting it over his shoulder. You're supposed to carry on one side.
Yeah, I'm not.
There you go. Okay.
I don't know.
I could have set up the course a little bit better.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, step over it. Nice, nice. All right, stop right there. You think you can do another 30 pounds on top?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure?
I don't think I can do it like this though. That's like gonna destroy the other side of my shoulder.
I mean, it's only a little bit. All right, Benny, strap it up, man. Strap it up, cuz. He's getting serious, guys. He's getting real serious. Oh, damn.
Oh my god. No way I can do 100 pounds.
This is only 80. Hang on, you ready? Go for it. Oh, dude, that looked tough. That's about 80 pounds with the bar, so it's about 90 pounds. Yeah. There you go. There you go, big boy. There you go, you got it. Benny, you might want to prepare to hold a weight as soon as he get past.
I have to focus. You gotta focus. I'm gonna drop it.
Don't drop it, man. Alright, how you feeling? Yeah. Look at that. Big man. So strong. How you feeling after that?
I think I broke something. You can do more?
You think you can do more? No. You can do another, you think you get to 100?
I can try.
Oh snap, okay.
So this is a 100-pound curve. Running, get back. Every time down there. No.
Just let it go, let it go. So we did manage to get him to 100 pounds, but he definitely couldn't do it he basically dropped the weight. He stopped at 80. Well, technically he did 90, so we gotta give him some crop and credit. Next stop we have is Benny. You got it. You got this, man. Dang, so strong. He said how he don't need it. You got this, big boy. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh no. But go ahead. Oh, here we go. I feel like a dick just recording this. You got this, man. Just. So he technically just dropped the weight. He technically just failed the challenge. What? So he's starting hot. He said no warm up. He doesn't need no warm up. He said screw the 50 pounds. I'm going straight for the 80. Which, by the way, the bar is only 10 pounds, so it's 90. There you go. Yeah, you know, well, you technically supposed to just go around it. You don't have to make circle. Yeah, just go around and connect to the next. Yep, just like that. Like, do whatever you want, man. Do whatever you want. There you go.
I think I'm just wondering what it asks.
He's totally skipping on a hole. You think you can do 100 pounds?
Perhaps.
You think so?
Yes.
Let's do this. Go for it. Okay. Okay.
I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm going.
He say I'm done. Alright, let's help him get it down. Alright, my boy nephew Benny did it. Real strong boy, big do-rag power. He did 115 pounds with ease. But again, it's not how like the proper form. So can you imagine a lot of them hold like on one side, unilateral on one side. So that's what I'm going to try and attempt to do. Oh shit. Oh, how did they? Oh, my shoulder, bro. My trap hurts so bad. Oh. How does he do this with 200 pounds? I'm gonna call him out. Oh. Oh, snap. I don't know where I'm going anymore. So I just did the 60 pounds, like the way that you're supposed to do it. I don't know how they do it. It hurt my shoulder so much. God damn, my clavicle. This motherfucker on steroids. Ah, my shoulder. That was 90 pounds of weight how you typically should do it. Honestly, I don't think there's a typical weight as long as you do it. But those 90 pounds, I can feel that severe pressure on my clavicle. I can feel that severe pressure on my traps. 2, 1. Oh my god, this is no joke, dude. And this is only like half of what they would be doing. Oh my god. I got this. Mind over matter. Oh, my clavicle say otherwise. Help. Help. Go to the other side, bro. The other side. That's absolutely horrible. Terrifying. Alright. We'll see you guys in there to give you our thought. I can't even talk anymore. I'll see you in there. Give us. Fuck, let's go. How are you guys feeling?
Terrible.
So how do you feel about the fact that these men actually carry about 200 pounds worth of like rocks on top of their shoulders, scaling up 1,000 feet?
Man, they stronger than most people I know.
So Benny, what do you think?
They crazy, man. I can't do this.
I know, we just been doing this for like literally 5 minutes. We all sweaty, drenched, and we don't want to do it anymore. These dudes do it for 6 to 8, sometimes 10 hours straight. You guys think you can survive one day as a sulfur miner?
No, how about that?
Heat killed me first.
Anyways, I hope you guys gain a new perspective from this too. Next morning when you wake up, I hope you wake up with
a sense of gratefulness and happy and motivated to do what you do, because knowing that you don't have to mine rocks in order to keep living. Send us out, Benny. Bye bye. All right, guys. Peace.